Make a ball bounce off a ramp toward the corner of the room. This tour will create a ball bounce off a ramp toward the corner of the room, next to a pop tower that the ball will crash into, but first you need to get that ball rolling.
Snowy_smile_says yeah, talk later. Sorry I got to sleep. Wish you can stay healthy and passionate.
Oh my god, Duolingo with a gun? No way. Yeah, oh thank you, Snowy. I hope you stop by again. I love seeing you. Oh yeah, and if we ever talk, I'll tell you the story. It's related to some of the stuff you're saying.
Says hype my heart.
It's pretty crazy. You'll be like, oh, that makes sense. But good night. Get good sleep. And I
Snowy_smile_ says Snowy's 18 night penguin.
Good night. I'll probably sleep soon too. I don't know. It just depends. Once I'm like super tired, it's just like it'll be GG for me. First, need to get the ball rolling. As you complete these steps, you'll learn how to create new 3D shapes, apply custom materials, and implement physics in your scene. When you're ready to get started, go to the next step. Okay. Ball bounce off ramp. Amazing. Create and rename a spear. The first step in creating a bouncing ball is adding a simple spear in the scene. Unity provides you with a number of primitive shapes that you can add, including a spear, a cube, a cylinder, a capsule, and even a flat plane. These simple shapes can be used as building blocks and as placeholders for more complex models. Here you'll create a spear and rename it ball, which will later bounce off a ramp. In the hierarchy window, right-click in an empty area and select 3D object sphere. When you create the spear, it may appear in a seemingly random location, which is actually based on the object you last framed in the scene view. Oh, I did not know this. You might not even see the spear after creating it. Don't worry about its location for now. Right-click on the new spear game object in the hierarchy window, select rename, and rename it ball. Okay, there's 12 steps in this piece. Speaker.
Civitatum says I shall learn Japanese as the natural language.
Oh, yes, you should. It's pretty fun. Ball. Wait, did they right click on that? I think they did. I usually just double click. Yeah, okay, this is an option. Rename. Edit the spear scale. The ball is currently way too big. You need to make it smaller. Scale determines the size of an object, and Unity scales relative to real-world measurements, where 1 unit typically equals 1 meter. Adjusting the scale of the ball to 0.25 in all dimensions makes it about the size of a standard kid's ball. Okay. About 1/4 of a meter in diameter, which is just less than 1 foot wide. 1 meter is about 4 feet. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's big. Make sure the ball game object is still selected. In the I thought I heard something. Okay. In the inspector window, in the transform component, set the ball game object scale to x equals 0.25, y is 0.25, z is 0.25. Okay. Video, that's right. You can also select the chain link icon next to the scale properties to enable or disable constrained proportions. When this is enabled, changing one scale property automatically changes the other two by the same amount. Oh, nice.
Civitatum says, but you have to learn kanji then, as I've come to know.
Yes. But kanji are fun. Japanese is a great language to learn, or even Chinese if you really enjoy the kanji. I think if you really don't like the kanji aspect, and it's not enjoyable at all to study that, I think Japanese or Chinese would be pretty
Civitatum says I used to think Japanese
difficult to
writing
get
system
through.
was syllabic. This is a huge complication.
They have both. You have a syllabic writing system combined with the logographic writing system, that's kanji. The syllabic writing system is used for foreign loanwords to represent the sound. It's also used for the endings of words. Like, you know how in English we have endings like ing, running, and we have like the ed ending, like played for past tense. Played. I'm trying to think. Studied. Hurried. Bathed. Like, those endings are written in the syllabic writing system, but the core word is written in kanji. Hi, Ellie. Yeah, I restarted the stream because it was about to go over. It was about to go over 12 hours. I was like, it can't. Hi. Wait, what about you? When do you sleep? Do you sleep ever? I mean, you've been awake since like the beginning to start streaming, as far as I'm aware. Or maybe you did sleep. I mean, I slept. You saw I was like half falling asleep at various points earlier, so I guess that was like enough. That's like all the sleep I needed, apparently, to keep going this long, so I might as well just keep doing it. I mean, you know, I had to go days without streaming on that when I took that trip, and I was very sad. So yeah. But now I can make up for lost time. And there's gonna be more days probably in the future with all the crap going on. With all the moving and the crap. Like, where I will be really, really busy hauling things like I've already been doing, and I'll be tired, and maybe my internet will be bad or not there, and then I won't be able to stream. So I'm just like taking the time now. You know. Wait, Ellie's gone now. Okay, make sure the ball gaming object is still selected. What? You can, yeah. Video. Ball. 2.5. I mean, they could have just did the chain thing and then had it all be 0.25, but it's fine. Position the ball in the air. I gotta position the ball high above the floor near the window so that it can fall to the ground and bounce toward the corner. Rather than using the transform tools in the scene view to drag the ball around, you'll enter the ball's precise position directly in the inspector window in the transform component. Every single game object in the scene has a transform component which controls position, rotation, and scale. The position values are measured in meters along each of the three axes, X, Y, and Z, relative to the origin of the scene. With the ball game object still selected, locate the transform.
Ellie_B314 says, been setting up my Twitch shit. Made you a mod for my stream LMAO.
Oh.
Got my OBS all set up too.
Oh, hell yeah, Ellie. Nice. It's a nice thing because it's like you can stream once a month, once a year, every day for 50 hours, 24-hour stream. Like, all of these ways are valid ways of streaming. Like, there's really not a wrong way to do it. My opinion, but this is my opinion. That's the thing. With streaming, it's about your opinion. That's really all that matters. Everyone has a different opinion. But in my opinion, the only wrong way to stream is if you hate it. If what you're doing isn't enjoyable and you just don't want to do it anymore, that would, for me, be a wrong way to stream. So that's about it. Like, you can just do whatever. It's so fun. Yay. And I don't know, I just love what I love about it is it's like if people don't like your content, then they just go find other content. Like, it's really it's easier to click off than it is to click onto a stream. So it just takes care of itself, you know? It's so nice. And the people that want to be there will be there. And then the people that don't, from my experience, don't give you a hard time at all. Like I really, except for like the occasional just troll, and it's like really random. They don't. It's never like personal. It's just like random people. So that want to be funny, but it's not funny. It's so nice. It's also just so good. At least for me, when it comes to like procrastination and stuff. Like, damn. I was like the worst procrastinator in the world. I don't know how I can get so much stuff done now. Streaming is the cure to everything. It is. Okay, with the ball game objects, select this. Okay, transform. And inspector window says transform position. Yeah. 2, 3, -1. 2 will be position the ball 2 meters to the right of the origin on the x-axis. 3 will position the ball 3 meters up from the origin on the y-axis. -1 position the ball 1 meter back from the origin on the z-axis. You can tell which direction is positive for each axis by looking at the scene view gizmo. The colored cones point toward the positive direction for each axis. Oh yeah, I forgot about that little visual cue. Nice little touch. Good touch. Ball.
Civitatum says I feel hungry all the time whenever I stream, feels dank mad.
Oh, I usually don't get too hungry. I've just been going for a long time, so I just wanted a snack. And also I'm kind of pressured to like finish off the stores of food that I have, because that's not going to be able to come. And I don't like wasting stuff. So I'm like taking the opportunity to snack now when I get the chance. But yeah. Wait, that means you stream? I didn't know this. That's because okay, I'll follow you. Ha, you're followed now. Oh wait, you too, Ellie. Now that you're going to, oh wait, no, I already was following you. It's funny. Oh yeah, because you said maybe one day you might stream, and I was like, that's good enough for me. Let's see. Okay. Two, 3, -1. Create and apply a new material. Oops. The spear primitive you added for the ball has a default material that is a very dull gray color. If it's a kid's ball, it should be more exciting. Imagine giving your kid this like gray ball, like all these like gray things.
Civitatum says I did occasionally, but I kind of am out of content.
Oh. That's okay. Like I said, there's no wrong way. I think there's no wrong way to stream. But I love it when people have streams. It's really cool. That also means like that I have something in common with anyone. If anyone has ever streamed even once, even if they didn't like it, we already have something in common, because it's like, oh, you've done it before too. Yeah. If you gave your kid like a bunch of gray balls and gray toys, and then you could tell them like, it's because I want you to grow up and be a productive member of society. Just saying, someone could do that. Materials define the visual appearance of objects in Unity. Here you'll create a new material in your project's assets and apply it to the sphere. Now we continue Essentials Materials. Right click inside the materials folder and select create folder. And name it My Materials. This is where you'll keep your custom materials. Inside the new My Materials folder, right click and select create material. Then rename the new material Ball Mat, short for Ball Material. You've just created a new asset in the project window, which means that this material can be used in any scene in your entire project. You've added a new custom asset. You can see from the create menu, when you right click that, you can make all kinds of assets, including scripts, animations, fonts, and more. And you can make that weird thing you made, Ellie, the input device thing. You can make those as assets. Advanced input, whatever. That will generate a script for you. That thing was cool. Yeah. Drag the new ball material directly onto the ball game object in the scene view, which should make it turn the default plain white material color. Note, remember to save your scene often with Control S. Oh yeah, they keep saying that every few of these. They're like, remember to save. Here it is again. Save your scene with Control S. But you know what? This is really important for beginners because I lost plenty of stuff back when I was learning Unity because I didn't friggin' Control S, and then it like crashed and stuff. That was fun. Materials. Create. Where's it? Folder. Materials. Material. Ball material. Nice. Adjust the material properties. Oh, nice, okay. With your custom material now applied to the ball, you're ready to adjust the material's properties to your liking. You can customize the ball's color and how it interacts with light in the scene. Creating materials can get very complicated, so you'll start by adjusting just 3 key properties. Base map color, basic color of the object. Metallic map, how metallic the object looks. Smoothness, how smooth the object looks. Okay. Make sure that ball material is selected in the project window. In the inspector window, in the surface input section for the base map property, select the white color swatch and use the color window to choose a new color. Observe how your changes affect the ball's appearance. Adjust the sliders for the metallic map and smoothness properties to your liking. Base map. Oh, I accidentally paused it. Ooh, the metallic thing looks real nice. Looks cool. Add a rigid body and test. Now that your ball looks ready for action, it's time to bring it to life by simulating physics. To give the ball physical properties, we'll add a rigid body component to it. Without a rigid body component, the ball will stay at its current location in midair. But with a rigid body component, we'll have a mass and respond to gravity. Select the play button to enter play mode and watch as your ball floats in midair. Select the play button again. Exit. Select the ball object. In the hierarchy window or scene view, select the add component button, bottom spectrum window, enter your body, enter your ball. Enter play mode again, watch the ball must pass gravity, blah blah blah. You must exit play mode whenever you're done testing. Yes, while you're in play mode, no edits you make will be saved. This still gets me. I really do. Next time I go in the Unity editor, I really need to change the color of the windows when it's in play mode. Because this is really, I already am getting screwed up by this. This is such an annoying feature. They should be like that by default. It should change the windows colors to like a darker gray by default, I feel like, so you don't have to like set it in the settings, but whatever. If you're exiting play mode, remember to save your scene with Control S. Yes. Always do that. Always. Wait. Play. Rigid. Body. Amazing. Create and apply a physic material. Okay. Isn't it supposed to be physical or physics or something? Okay. Bouncy ball's bounce is probably pretty disappointing. Yeah, that was disappointing. Tastes more like a bag of sand than a lively bouncy ball. To make it bouncy, you'll create and apply physics material. Unlike standard materials, which control the visual aspects of game objects, physics materials govern the physical behavior of game objects, like how they bounce upon impact. Right-click inside the My Materials folder, select Create Physics Material. Oh, it's a typo. It is supposed to be physics material, but they wrote physic material. Should I? I'm going to say that when I leave feedback at the end of this, because they ask you for feedback after every lesson, and be like, you misspelled the title of number, be pedantic like that, of number 8. Rename the new material ball physics. Okay. In the inspector window, set the bounciness property of this physics material. I'm doing it to 1 for maximum bounce effect. So 1's the max? Oh my god. Drag and drop the physics material onto the ball in the scene view. You won't be able to tell from the scene view that you've successfully applied the new physics material until you test it. To observe the changes, select the play button. Watch the ball bounces. Exit play mode after you're done testing. Yes, so friggin' important. Because, yeah, it really is. Ball. Physics. That's max bounciness and it barely bounces? Wow, okay. I see. No one ever seen a bouncy ball before. Review the components. You've customized the ball a lot at this point. I don't think that was very much customization. In this step, let's take a moment to review all the components that contribute to the ball's behavior and appearance in Unity. Select the ball game object in the hierarchy window, then examine the inspector window. Look at the transform component. Transform component sets the position, rotation, scale of the ball. This is the only component that's required for every game object. Look at the mesh filter component. The mesh filter component determines the shape of your game object. The mesh is a wireframe 3D model. In case of the ball, the mesh is set to a sphere shape. Interesting. So the mesh could be different than what the appearance looks like, I guess. Just like the collider doesn't have to line up with the actual shape of the, I'm guessing, of the the sprite. Locate the mesh render component. The mesh render component controls the external appearance of the ball. Try to find the material you applied to the ball. When you apply a material, it shows up in this component. Oh. Mesh filter. Locate the sphere collider component. The sphere collider component defines the physical boundaries of game objects for collision purposes. Try to find the physics material you created and applied. The physics material goes onto the collider? No way. Look at the rigid body component. The rigid body component integrates the ball into Unity's physics system, giving it properties like mass and drag. I would think the physics material would be in the, I don't know, my guess would be in the rigid body. I guess this is with the collider. Oh yeah, it goes with the collider. Interesting. You can have multiple materials in the mesh renderer. I wonder what that would do. Like, just they're shown? They're like, the appearances are like combined or certain things. I don't know. Add a ramp and test collision. In this step, you'll add a ramp that the ball can bounce off. The ramp has to be positioned precisely beneath the ball, which can be tricky if you're viewing the scene from an angle. You'll see how to use framing to help with this. Precisely beneath the ball. Yeah. The project window, navigate to prefab shapes. Drag the ramp prefab into your scene and place it on the floor, approximately beneath the ball. For precise positioning, select the ball game object, press F to frame it, and switch to the top view using the scene view gizmo. With the move tool, adjust the ramp's position so it's directly under the ball. With the rotate tool, rotate the ramp so that the ball will bounce and roll to the back right corner of the room. Enter play mode, test the interaction. Notice the unexpected result where the ball passes through the ramp. Then exit play mode. Before moving on, try to guess why the ball did what it did. Is there a component that could fix this? Which one is this one? Yeah, that's what the collider is there for, I think. Wait, did they just rotate both the ball and the ramp, or am I crazy? It was just the ramp. Wait, I can't use the arrow key to go back, really? Oh wait, because they had them both selected, I guess. They go, and then probably like shift clicking on the ball. Or maybe they didn't, I don't know. I didn't see them do that. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe the ball wasn't, I don't know. Not important. Add a collider to the ramp. And who was a collider? You'll now fix the ramp by adding a collider component, which is essential for physical interactions in Unity. Collider is a component that defines the shape of an object for the purpose of physical collisions and interactions with the environment. Without a collider, an object has no physical boundaries, and other objects can go right through it like a cloud. The spear primitive you added earlier for the ball already came with a spear collider. That's what the physics material is attached to. Wow. Why did they keep forgetting to put the S at the end? The physics material attached to, oh yeah. Unity provides various collider shapes, such as spear, cube, and capsule colliders. However, since the ramp has an irregular shape, you'll use something called a mesh collider, which conforms to the unique shape of the object's mesh, 3D shape. Select the ramp in your scene. In the inspector window, select Add Component and search for Mesh Collider. Add the Mesh Collider component to the ramp. In the Mesh Collider component, enable the convex property. Enabling the convex property simplifies the collider into a convex shape, almost as if you were wrapping the object in some hard material. Okay, I forgot what the difference between like convex and concurve or whatever is. Unity needs mesh colliders to be set as convex to allow them to interact with other objects. They have to be set as convex. Wow. I'm gonna Google it. what I just said, because I'm curious. Oh wait, sorry, concave is what it is. Curved around it outward, curved around it inward. Just inward instead of a bowl. So
Civitatum says convex means that if you connect any 2 points on a shape with a line segment, the segment lies within the object.
Oh my god, okay, I need to think about this. Connect any 2 points on a shape with a line segment, okay. Within the object. Okay, so that just means it's lining up with the shape. So there is in this case. So it's like a different meaning of convex than this one. This whole outward thing, whatever that is. I accept that answer. Your answer is good. I like it. Screw you, Google. Let's click at it. It says a convex plane mode. Take the plane mode to save your scene.
Civitatum says there is a definition for a convex function. They are connected in a sense.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So it has to do with like the function or something. Interesting. Mesh collider. Convex.
Civitatum says but what the unity refers to is a convex shape, so a convex subset of R-3.
Oh, I have no idea what that R is. R. Review and proceed to next tutorial.
Civitatum says real 3D space.
Oh. Real 3D. Okay. Nice of real 3D space. Maybe it's because objects, like 3D stuff, pushes outwards. Like, you're not like a black hole being, like, you know, sucked inwards. You're like, you take up space, so like convex. I don't know. Like, maybe that's not what it is supposed to mean, but okay. This is good enough for me. Here are some of the things you learn how to do along the way. Add a 3D primitive to a scene. Yes. Describe the default characteristics of a primitive. Make a new material in the project window. Explain the attributes of a material. Adds to a game object, which is appearance. Assign a material to a game object by dragging it from the project window to scene view. Change the basic properties of a material. Add a component to a game object via the inspector window. Explain the attributes that a rigid body component adds to a game object. Make a new physics material. Physics material. They're doing them again in the project. Okay. Physics material in the project window. Explain the attributes of a physics material. A physics material adds to a game object. That keeps throwing me off. Identify specific components in the inspector window. Instructions. Proceed to the next tutorial. We will add a tower block to the wall to knock over. So I'm not crazy. They did say a few times physics, because I'm about to leave this. Yeah, physics material. So I'm gonna be like, make up your mind. You want to call it a physics material. Like, pick one and one only. Objects, yep. Game objects. Basic material physics for game objects. With prefabs. With script. With game object components. Wait, when did this show? Create a game object component with a script. They didn't do that in this tutorial. This must be outdated from the old tutorial. It's fine. They'll probably do it later. Work with game object components, yeah. Because they haven't even introduced what a script is yet. So, technically, in this part of this tutorial. I'm gonna say that this feedback, I'm just gonna give it average review because I'm gonna be super critical. For editing content. And some of the tutorials. The skills practice section is outdated and doesn't perfectly align with the current taught section of the new version of this course, such as in this lesson where scripts haven't even been introduced yet. Also, tutorial keeps between physics Okay. Okay.
Benihun 123 says CHEAP viewers on adaval.xyz.
Oh my god. I gotten like 4 of those in 13 hours. Good job, Siri. Aww.
Ellie underscore B314 says
it
good
replied back to you. Did you know it was gonna do that? I didn't know it could do. That's cute. Wait, did you already know? No way. It's like, oh my god, go Sarybot.
314 says no max LOL.
It liked your compliment. Cute. Good bot. That's adorable. Like you just found an Easter egg. Oh my god. That was so cute. It is a good bot. Thank God for Sarybot. Like, saves me. Actually, the person who introduced Sarybot to me, and I learned about Sarybot, it was the other small streamer, the one that like I blocked them and then when I unblocked them, they unblocked me. But I still love Sarybot, so it's still helpful. Okay, so next